Hi, my name's Alfonso Albaisa, Executive Design Director for Infiniti.
Okay, and so it'd be really interesting to know a little bit about the new car, the Q30.
Right. Obviously, it's a pretty new concept for us in the sense that we haven't made a car this size, this kind of category, this segment. So for us, the thing is, okay, Infiniti, we're building the brand again. How to express this DNA of passion and precision and provocation in this very dense package. So at first what we wanted to do is to establish the volume. Of course it's quite sleek and quite thin, but we wanted a sense of fluidity and seduction. So the cabin is shifted rear and actually has a kind of posture that seems to be leaning back. So this kind of Sophia Loren type of on the couch, leaning back, seduction. And then when we started getting into the shape, we wanted to again express this kind of fluidity, linear, horizontal fluidity. So our line, the fender line that kind of arches up over the engine, actually comes down and bends and shoots back up. It's influenced by the muscularity of the rear wheel form and the front one. But what's really interesting from the designer's first sketch is the bend in this line actually is shifted in the bend of the intersection of the other side, and it gives you this sense of spontaneity, very like of the moment. So for us it was again bringing Infiniti to a more spontaneous language. So that's the main subject obviously, but as far as if we're dealing with a hatch, which is not so normal for us in the non-crossover world, we wanted to create this sense of integration of the side with the rear. And as you know, Q50 also has this crescent cut, which is inspired by the last stage of the moon. But we wanted to make it more important and actually have it bend, create the bend in the C-pillar, and then having this bevel which then flows into the backlight. That being said, then the backlight itself flows back to the side with the rear combination lamp.
Okay.
So playing with all these movements in a very dense, small package was, quite a challenge, but quite inspiring.
And how does this relate to the Etheria concept? Is it all part of the same program, or
that was the beginning? Because we have a trilogy of cars: Etheria, Essence, and Emerge. And Etheria was the first to show a larger cabin with a compact body. Now this is more compact. This is smaller. It's more dense, and the muscularity is probably a little bit more passionate. It's the first read. But yeah, it's a continuity of that.
And also the interesting thing to me about this car is that it's in a segment which really is usually would be kind of lower and sporty, and you've got this kind of commanding ride height.
And then the big point with the ride height is that we didn't want the body to thicken. So we kept the super sleek, slim, almost shooting brake type proportion, but we raised the whole thing, so it's like a raised hatch. Because at the end of the day, that's quite a comfortable experience in the city or wherever. Your eye level is up, so you have a good view, but the car's aesthetic is more of the road, not of the crossover world.
And what kind of tricks have you used? Because obviously we know that this is loosely based on the Mercedes A-Class platform, so it has a transverse engine and quite a high kind of scuttle height. What have you done to kind of give us that really kind of pulled back cabin and the slim body?
Because remember, it's still a concept car.
I think because of the way we use the line works. Because when the line crosses over from almost the middle of the car, these volumes almost become elongated. So you would have a sense that the front almost comes to the B-pillar. So even though maybe the A-post is in an area you'd expect for this type of engine, the feeling again is this laid back, shifted back cabin. So it's designer trickery.
Yeah.
At the end.
And the other thing is that we have these really big offsets in the surfaces. Do you think that's something that's possible for production, to get a panel that's that kind of drawn?